Good morning and welcome to the Friday, October 27, 2023 edition of your favorite program on television, Inside Nigeria, your breakfast show on Leadership Television. My name is Winifred Ubebo, and of course, we are going to be heading straight to the second part of the discussion. First on today's program, where we have our head of chambers, Orenovo Otemu Chambers, is Barrister Orenovo Otemu, waiting virtual to join us on the program as we analyze yesterday's February 25 Supreme Court verdict. Barrister Orenovo Otemu, good morning. Good morning, Barrister. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning, Barrister. Wow, well, viewers, there seems to be a network glitch over there. I think. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Yes, this topic for today,
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Good
oh,
morning.
good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly too. It's good to have you on the program. We are having our talk on February 25 poll, that is this year's presidential election.
But
And
I'm
we
hearing you
are going
very
to be
clearly.
analyzing
I'm hearing
Supreme
you.
Court's verdict yesterday. After 171 days, Supreme Court yesterday gave their verdict, affirming President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as duly elected President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, Barrister Ogenovo Otem, what's your take on the Supreme Court's verdict yesterday? Hello, Barrister, did you hear me? Barrister? Yes. Okay.
Even though I know very well that so many people will not accept and will not like it as it is. Yes, I hear you.
Okay. Yes, go on, please.
Hello?
Go on, please. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, air your thoughts.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Barrister, can you go on?
I can hear you very clearly.
Yes, Barrister, I can hear you. Yes, I can. Loud and clear.
Can you hear me now?
Hello, Barrister, can you go on with your thoughts? I can hear you here. We're experiencing some glitches. Wow, while we saw that out, let's just take a look at some of the headline stories on today's newspapers that is in Nigeria. And of course, as expected, all the papers are leading with yesterday's Supreme Court's affirmation of President Bola Tinubu as duly elected president of Nigeria. And of course, as usual, leadership, Nigeria's most influential newspaper, says Supreme Court verdict, Tinubu looks ahead, rules Atiku Obi. Apex Court has failed Nigerians. PDP laments. Labour Party whips for judiciary. I don't know, Barrister, can you hear us? Once the glitches is over, we can have him back. Leadership Friday says Supreme Court verdict, Tinubu looks ahead, rules Atiku Obi. Apex Court has failed Nigerians. PDP laments. Labour Party whips for judiciary. Leading story on Friday, leadership. Yes, Barrister, can you hear us now? Okay. While Barrister comes on stream, let's also have some papers' headline stories. Vanguard says presidential tussle ends. Presidential tussle ends. Supreme Court affirms Tinubu election. Dismisses Atiku Obi's appeals. INEC substantially complied with Electoral Act 2022 and Constitution. Election cannot be nullified due to unavailability of results on INEC's IREV portal. Failure to secure 25% of votes in FCT Abuja not compulsory. Petitioners didn't prove allegations of rigging. We can't revisit APC's double nomination of Kashim Shettima. Tinubu's forfeiture of $460,000 drug money raised after respondents fee their process. Time to file CSU document. Fresh evidence lapsed. Tinubu extends olive branch. PDP Labour Party kick. That's the leading story on Vanguard. And of course, THISDAY says Supreme Court Tinubu's election as president is hereby affirmed. Supreme Court says Tinubu's election as president is hereby affirmed. President, it's time to build Nigeria together. Pledges to exceed people's expectation in service delivery, good governance. PDP Labour Party reacts. The story continues on page 5 of THISDAY. And above that, we have federal government moves to securitize NLNG dividends for $7 billion cash to utilize proceeds to settle backlog of forest forwards flood market with dollars. Forest speculators may suffer losses. And we have Senate confirms Aliyu as ICPC chairman. Story continues on page 44 of THISDAY. NUPROC explains workings of new host communities reporting platform. Says some interest fighting back. Otedola doles out 750 million naira to 750 Augustine University students. Donates 140 million naira for furnishing of schools engineering faculty complex. Another 110 million naira for street lights of the entire campus generating set installed as university's chancellor. I don't. Okay. Yes, that is the leading stories on THISDAY today. I don't know if our guest, Barrister Ogenovu Otemu, is right back. Barrister? Barrister, we are still experiencing some glitches on the network this morning, but once it's clear, we'll have Barrister back on the air. And the Punch says Tinubu triumphs after 171-day battle. Tinubu triumphs after 171-day battle. Nigerians present wish list to president after Supreme Court victory. Judgment shocking, dashed Nigerians' expectations, says PDP Labour Party. That is the headline story on the Punch today, Friday, October 27, 2023. And of course, Daily Sun has similar story. PDP, Labour Party, NRC furious as Tinubu wins at Supreme Court. PDP, Labour Party, NRC furious as Tinubu wins at Supreme Court. And above that, we have Nigeria still in search of national leaders, Amechi. Nigeria still in search of national leaders, Amechi. Our democracy needs rethinking in terms of focus, scope, he says. Federal government signs $463 million MOU with Chinese consortium for electricity lines upgrade. Strike. Reps wade into federal government /ASU no work, no pay impasse. Story continues on page 23 of Daily Sun today. And of course, we have The Guardian. The Guardian says Tinubu laughs last as Supreme Court affirms victory. Tinubu laughs last as Supreme Court affirms victory. And in quote, quoting Justice Iyan Okoro, the chairman of the Supreme Court committee that gave the verdict yesterday, says, facts and documents which were not pleaded in the petition have no place in deciding the dispute between the parties. It is my view that there is no merit in this appeal and it is hereby dismissed. That's the leading story on The Guardian as well as other papers today. The Supreme Court's verdict affirming President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as duly elected President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. And of course, we also have other stories as well on the cover of The Guardian. PIA, Petroleum Industry Act. Senate investigates non-implementation, exit of IOCs. PIA, Senate investigates non-implementation, exit of IOCs. Court quashes proscription of IPOB as terrorist group. Court quashes proscription of IPOB as terrorist group. Varsity student nabbed for killing dismembering girlfriend for ritual. Federal government made 200 billion naira unapproved payment in 2019. ICAN reveals. Ethiopia had no interest in Nigeria air, but for federal government's pleas to help. You can find that more on the transport page of The Guardian on page 19 of the paper. Yes, with that, let's see whether Barrister is back. Barrister Ogenevo Otemu. He is the head of Chambers. Ogenevo Otemu Chambers. Barrister? Okay, good to have you back, Barrister. Hello, Barrister. Barrister, please, can you unmute yourself? I don't know if you can hear me. Can you unmute yourself? Can you unmute? Wow, he's not hearing me. Anyway, the headline story, the big story, as they put it, is on The Guardian, and it says amid prohibition laws, domestic sexual violence thrive nationwide. That's a big story on The Guardian today, Friday, October 27, 2023. Amid prohibition laws, domestic sexual violence thrive nationwide. And as usual on The Guardian, they have a graphic illustration beneath the leading story. And of course, it says 70% to 80% of victims are under 15 years. 90% abused by people they know. At least 1 in 10 married women has been the victim of domestic violence. About 3 in 10 know someone who has been a victim of domestic abuse. And The Guardian says that Katsina, Kano, Taraba, and Zamfara states yet to assent to the Violence Against Persons Prohibited Act, VAP, which was passed in 2015. Reported cases of domestic sexual violence 2022 to date, that is since last year to date. We have in Lagos 5,624 cases, Abia 302 cases, Oyo 768 plus, Kano 70 daily, and Bauchi we have 590 cases. That is from last year 2022 to date in October 2023. That's the big story on The Guardian today, Friday, October 27, 2023. I don't know if our guest is back now. Barrister Ogenobu Otemu. Okay. Well, viewers, we seem to be experiencing some glitch having the barrister on today. It would have been so nice to have him shed light on the verdicts by the Supreme Court yesterday on the February 25, 2023 polls, presidential poll. And of course, after 171 days, the Supreme Court gave their verdict yesterday, affirming President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as duly elected President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, unfortunately, this is where we come to the end of today's Inside Nigeria, because we are experiencing some glitches with our guest, and because our guest is not around, we just had a review of some select newspapers on our menu today. Until we come your way again same time next week on the program Inside Nigeria and Leadership Television, this is Winifred Webber wishing you a beautiful weekend. See you then.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship, please contact 88158. Last word leadership to